Before this video starts, I forgot to mention that I do want to start plugging my social media, at least my Twitter, a little bit more than I really have. I really haven't plugged it at all, but I figured I might as well. It helps me get my videos out there when I post videos and whatever. It helps me get the word out there. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, my ad is right up here, right next to my head. If you want to go follow me on there, go ahead. That's cool. You'll know if my video gets out probably sooner, or if not, then it's cool. I just wanted to throw it out. Just wanted to plug it. But anyway, enjoy the video. What is going on, y'all? It's a caveman back at it again with another video, and boy oh boy, what I've been seeing from the team that wears these two colors, it has been so funny to watch. I actually can't tell you how much I've been loving watching the Steelers just absolutely suck major ass. They're just playing like they're a Pee-wee football team. Their offense is so beyond incompetent. They don't have a run game. I mean, I don't even have to get into why they're bad. I'm not going to sit here and analyze why they're bad. I could not give us a shit of why they're bad. I don't care why they're bad. They're bad and I love it. Ironically, so when they were undefeated, I uploaded my video, I'll throw it up on the screen, the Imposter video, the Steelers are imposters. That got in the hands of a lot of Steelers fans, and a lot of Steelers fans didn't like it. That was before the Washington football game that they played against them, and they lost, by the way. That was December 4th. They played the Washington football team December 7th. They ended up losing to the Washington football team. So that's, first loss, it is what it is. But I got so much hate on that video after saying they're imposters, and then they go and lose the very next game. And the Steelers come to Buffalo, and they lose that game. And now they dropped the last two games, and then they come out and they lose to the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 2-11 after being 11-0. So now they're really starting to be imposters. And all those Steelers fans that were on my page and all the Steelers fans that were bragging on Twitter, that were doing all that BS, they're looking very freaking stupid right now. That's what they're looking like. So I just find it funny. I just wanted to point that out, that ever since my video about the Steelers being imposters, they have not won a football game. But I just wanted to make this video to just absolutely roast Steelers fans and roast the Steelers, because they're just so moronic and they're just so embarrassing to the game of football, just how they've been playing. And they bring the hate on themselves. That's the worst part about it. It's like they're not getting unwarranted hate. Everything they get is being warranted. Like, they are just being absolute clowns, and their football team is performing at a low level of competence, and they just continue to ask for the hate and ask to be made fun of. I mean, Exhibit A, I'm going to throw it up on screen. This is one of the biggest Steelers fan pages, mind you. So they posted this Instagram post and said, pretty much summarizing by the caption, that Alex Smith, even though he almost died, and I don't care how well he's playing, Big Ben deserves to be comeback player of the year because of the surgery he went through and the season he's leading this team through. This was 3 days ago on December 19th. They posted this. Mind you, this was before the Bengals game, after that Alex Smith just beat the Pittsburgh Steelers himself. So I don't even know how your argument is even valid in the first place. But he literally says right here, I don't care if he almost died. What? This is one of the biggest Steelers fan pages there is. And I don't understand. I get it. There are scumbags in every fan base. It doesn't matter. There's scumbags in Bills Mafia fan bases. There's scumbags all over the place. No matter what nook and cranny you look into, there's a scumbag somewhere. For them to be hiding behind one of the biggest Steelers fan pages to say, I don't care that Alex Smith almost died and he just came back to the NFL and played like he never missed anything on one of the worst offenses in the NFL, and he's been quarterbacking it the whole way. Oh, he doesn't care because Big Ben had that awful surgery and he's just throwing dimes, and he's 11-0, even though he was 11-2 when he made this post. Goes out and loses the Steelers 11-3. Yeah, you can better believe that the Steelers fan page is being clowned on really, really freaking hard right now. Really? I mean, you could have said that you think Big Ben deserves to be comeback player of the year without saying, I don't care that Alex Smith almost died. You didn't have to go out of your way to make the statement that Alex Smith literally almost had his leg amputated, or he could have chosen death, and he somehow escaped both of them. But, that's nothing. Big Ben, though, he just had to get some elbow surgery. His life wasn't in danger or anything, right? I mean, Alex Smith, though, yeah, that dude was almost dead, but I don't care. What kind of dick? What kind of dick do you have to be to say something like that? So that's Exhibit A. And how about Exhibit B? That I think everybody and their mother knows what I'm about to say. Juju Smith-Schuster, dude, you were one of the most likable people in the NFL. That's why you got the image you have in the first place. That's why you got the following you have. It's because the respect that people gained for you out of that entire Antonio Brown situation. Juju Smith-Schuster was the victim of Antonio Brown's just, he was turned on by Antonio Brown. I was going to say abuse, but I don't even know if I'll say that. But he was the victim of the San Antonio Brown situation. He came out looking like the good guy, and he gained this image, he gained this prowess around him that made him, you know, he was a really likable guy, and everybody in the league respected him. He was always making plays on the field. He's always been a good player, so like his play has always been there. He came out looking like the good guy in the AB situation. There was nothing not to like about Juju Smith-Schuster. But this season, I mean, I think the cloud's getting to his head a little bit. I mean, TikTok boy, he's going out and he started his little antics by dancing on the logos of away teams when they're playing away. They did it against the Bills, they lost. He just did it against the Bengals. I mean, like, dude, you're getting embarrassed by doing this. You know that, right? So I just find it funny that Juju Smith-Schuster, you know, he makes the TikTok for the Bengals game, and because he was getting so much hate about making the TikToks on the logos, that he made the TikTok before the Bengals game and said, they told me not to be myself, for some BS. I'll throw it up on the screen. Oh, they told me not to be myself, and then he danced on the logo anyway. And then this proceeded to happen.
Here's some pressure from the Bengals. Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster is blown up.
It's just so funny. Like, you deserve that, Juju. And people that are saying that was an illegal hit, I mean, I want to say some things that probably wouldn't be good for a YouTube channel, but you're a coward if you think that's an illegal hit. You're a baby. You do not know football if you think that's an illegal hit, because that was a clean-ass hit. It just looked bad because it sounded bad, and you're probably a Steelers fan, so of course you're going to think it's bad. It's not an illegal hit. You can pull up any frame you want. I mean, maybe the top of his helmet, maybe nicks his face mask, but it's not an illegal hit. He hit him square in the chest. I don't care what kind of clownery you try to pull on me. He did not hit him in the head. This is funny because Von Bell, before the game, he said, you know, like, I'm gonna hit this guy if he keeps doing this. If he goes out there and does this, I'm gonna hit him. Juju went out there and did it, and Von Bell hit him, and Juju fumbled the ball for a negative 3-yard loss, and the Bengals ended up scoring. And the Bengals also had a 17-0 lead going into half because of it. So, you know, Juju Smith-Schuster, keep doing your thing, bro. Keep dancing on logos. Keep putting targets on your back. Keep making your team look like absolute clowns, dude. You are making yourself the most hated guy in the NFL, and you're doing it to yourself. You were the most likable guy. You're turning yourself to the most hated so fast. It's just like, what are the Steelers doing? I mean, they look so incompetent against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 2-11, one of the worst defenses in the entire league. They have Carl Lawson and Von Bell. Who else on the defense do they have? Well, they made them look like they have a bunch of superstars on the defense. I mean, my God, down 17-0 off of turnover points going into halftime because Big Ben threw an awful interception. Mackenzie Alexander was all over Juju the whole time. Big Ben couldn't find anybody downfield. Their run game was non-existent per usual. Going into half, Big Ben had 19 passing yards. 19 passing yards, and they were getting shut out. How do you call yourself an NFL quarterback against a 2-11 NFL team? You're part of an 11-2 football team, and you're somehow going for 19 yards in the halftime, and you're down 17-0. And this is your comeback player of the year, Mr. Steelers fan? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, and then the other funny part was that Joe Mixon wasn't even playing, and the Bengals had a third-string quarterback. And so, like, the Bengals were as depleted as it gets. It's not even like they got beat by Joe Burrow. They got beat by Ryan Finley's read option. All these things are compiling, and the Steelers are just making themselves look worse and worse, and Juju's not helping them. It's like, how much do you want your team to be hated, Juju? It doesn't need, like, going out there and doing that's only putting a target on your back every single game. And the funny part is that Joe Mixon went out after the game in downtown Cincinnati, and he was playing the Corvette bullshit with his top down in his Corvette. I
got this shit out of dirt, but they don't want to talk about this. Corvette. Niggas been sending them bets, none of y'all resting in piss.
Like, this was so perfect. I loved every second of what happened last night. And the Steelers came out of half, and they were looking like they were ready to play some football. But then after that, they kind of started to shit the bed again. And Ryan Finley said, yeah, no, I'm going to smile my way to this victory. Yeah, Steelers fans, do you guys feel like clowns yet? Do you guys feel like idiots yet? Are the Steelers going to wake up? Are they going to realize they're playing absolute dog shit football? I think they do realize that. I think it's just Juju's not making the situation any better. If I was Big Ben, or if I was like James Washington, I would go in there and punch him in the neck. Alejandro Villanueva, I would throw him against the locker and tell him, if you dance on one more logo, if you make one more TikTok in this locker room or on this team associated with this organization, I will slap the absolute shit out of you. But you know what? That's not my business. Anyway, I just think it's ironic that ever since I made my video, they haven't won a football game either. That just proves how bad they are. Like, I mean, I've been predicting this, and I predict them to lose out the rest of the season. They play against the Colts and then the Browns. I believe they're going to lose the division of the Browns. They're about to drop they already lost the second seed to the Bills after that awful loss last night. So yeah, Juju and the Steelers are dancing their way right out of the seeding and right out of their division. They're dancing their way to a 5-game losing streak heading into the playoffs. They're already on a 3-game losing streak. There's only 2 weeks left. They're playing two very good teams after just playing the worst team in the NFL. One of the worst teams in the NFL. Now they're going to be playing against 2 of the best teams, and they're going to lose both games because they're shit. They are. I've been saying this forever now. maybe people will finally open their eyes, open their ears. You know, I'm not just on this channel to talk gibberish, man. I've been speaking facts. So yeah, I just want to give a big FU to the Steelers fan page that decided to say that Alex Smith almost dying is not a big deal and why he doesn't deserve comeback play of the year. I also want to say, Juju Smith-Schuster, you need to wake up, get your head out of your ass. And the Steelers, you guys are a bunch of morons. All you Steelers fans that want to come and bring hate because you think, you know, everybody being haters. Well, you guys are the ones bringing it upon yourselves, you morons. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm pretty sure that everybody except Steelers fans are going to agree with me because they've become the most hated franchise in football right now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Nevertheless, if you enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I hope you stick around for the next one. Peace.